First breaking news, Rhode Island has 278 new cases of COVID-19, according to the Department of Health.
And so far, there have been more than 3,500 cases of the virus total in the state. Unfortunately, the Department of Health says another 7 people have passed away, bringing the state's death toll to 87. We're told 6 of the 7 deaths were nursing home residents.
The number of people in the hospital has also increased again. It's now at 229, with 54 in the ICU. Governor Raimondo says CBS has set up fast-track testing for nursing home and healthcare workers at its testing site in Lincoln. So far, the state has tested more than 25,000 people.
The governor also announced today that Amazon is donating 540 tablets to COVID Connections, a drive set up by a 19-year-old from Providence, which we told you about a couple of days ago.
The governor touched on many other things this afternoon. Let's go to Eyewitness News reporter Kim Kalunian with what else was discussed. Kim?
Well, Shannon and Mike, that's right. The governor talked about a lot of different things today, and she also took some time to answer some of the questions that we've been getting from viewers, like if I go to a store on Saturday without a mask on, can they refuse me service? The short answer there is no. Will I have to self-quarantine if I live in Rhode Island but shop over the border in Massachusetts? The short answer there, also no, but the governor is reminding folks that there is a stay-at-home order in place for all Rhode Islanders. And today she is reminding folks that this is likely going to be the new normal.
Governor Gina Raimondo taking Wednesday to highlight some of the new initiatives Rhode Island is rolling out in the age of coronavirus, like RI Havens, a new website that offers low-cost quarantine or isolation rooms at local hotels.
I know this is hard, and as I say, everything I roll out is imperfect. 3 weeks ago, we had no infrastructure for quarantining and isolation. Now we've commandeered a hotel. We have 6,000 people in quarantining. We're delivering 50,000 meals a day. And we have Project Hello with over 100 volunteers checking in on our seniors to make sure that they don't get lonely while they're in quarantine.
It's been a month and a half since Rhode Island announced its first case of coronavirus, and the governor wants people to know this is likely going to be something that impacts our lives for the coming months.
I would like to say that we will be able to be using our parks and beaches somehow this summer. I'll leave it at that. We are still going to be under some restrictions this summer. There's no way around that.
The state unveiling a new data dashboard on Wednesday, but despite a decrease in the daily number of new cases, Raimondo doesn't think Rhode Island has yet reached its peak.
We are not in a downward slope, that I can assure you. I do think, because of the great work of Rhode Islanders, we have been successful in reducing how high the slope is and how much we're climbing up the ramp. So it's, as we've been saying, we are beginning to flatten the curve, but we're definitely not on the downswing.
And the governor is promising to unveil more of the state's modeling data tomorrow. Her press briefing will move back to its normally scheduled time of 1 o'clock, and we will bring it to you live as it happens. For now, reporting live at the State House, I'm Kim Kalunian, Eyewitness News. Well, Shannon and Mike, as part of her daily press briefing today, the governor took a moment to speak directly to healthcare workers about the issues that they're facing every day, including access to personal protective equipment, or PPE. Yesterday, she said the hospitals have enough PPE for now, but today she said she understands the current situation is neither satisfactory nor ideal.
And that means if you're a doctor, if you're a nurse, if you're working in an ER, if you're a CNA, if you're a social worker, if you're a behavioral health care worker, you're living under really tough conditions. You're having to reuse your PPE, maybe reuse it to a point that you don't feel comfortable. You're having to have your PPE used and cleaned and reused. You're having to put it in a paper bag. Let me be crystal clear. That is not satisfactory. That is not what we're trying to achieve. That's where we are today. And I just today, in fact, I had a phone call with Steve King, who's managing the state's PPE inventory. We're getting more masks. We are struggling to get gowns. That's a difficult thing right now for whatever reason. We are placed a huge order for surgical masks. We are trying to get our hands on as many N95s as we can. It is a fight. It is continually a global, daily fight out there, and we're out there and we're doing it. So, you know, are we managing? Yes. Are we getting by day to day? Yes. Is it the crisis that it was a couple of weeks ago? No. But do I think that if you're a doctor or a nurse or a CNA, that you're all set and things are great? Absolutely not. And I want you to know, I value your courage and your bravery, and thank God we have you, and know that we get up every day to do better.
And the governor also said today the state is working to bring the Battelle mask sanitation system here to Rhode Island. She says that should be coming soon. Live at the State House, I'm Kim Kalunian, Eyewitness News.